Heineken Brewing Company is a beer brewing brand that has been in operation for over 150 years. It has now grown to be responsible for over 300 different types of beers across the world. It is one of the largest brewing and distribution companies in the industry, and much of their success can be related back to their logistical procedures and supply chain management. Heineken has a highly efficient and streamlined supply chain management to ensure a successful end product for consumers to drink. Heineken's supply chain management is built up of 6 steps. Their first step is to gather raw and essential materials. Materials like water, malt, hops, yeast, barley, and can also include extra ingredients such as spices and fermented sugar. Once those ingredients have been gathered, the second step is to transport those ingredients to local practices for production. These are known as breweries. Heineken has over 16 brewing factories across the world, including in places such as New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Ethiopia, Italy, the UK, and the United States. Once the product has been made, the next step is the packaging. There are many different forms of packaging for beer brewing that Heineken uses. They have single cans and bottles, cases which is full of 24 bottles, pallets which contain 80 cases, and kegs which is the equivalent of 18 pallets. Once the bottles have been produced and packaged, the next step in the cycle is the shipment. Heineken uses 2 key shipping channels to get their product to the distributors. The first is trucks. They use biofuel-powered trucks to reduce their carbon footprint and allow them to get their product from local factories to local distributors. The second is they use ships to move large quantities for international orders and international distribution. The 5th step in their process is the distribution. Beer is distributed into many different environments, including hotels, bars, nightclubs, liquor stores, and even football stadiums. This is done by the marketing and sales team encouraging businesses to purchase Heineken beer to sell to consumers. A key part of this selling strategy is education. They educate them on things such as taste, production, and how to prepare the beverage and key components. And the last step in this supply chain management is the consumption of the drink by consumers. There's no doubt that the internet has had a huge impact on how companies conduct their everyday business. Most modelling and information is now stored on the internet or in computers, and this is no different for the logistics industry. The internet has allowed companies to store information, improve efficiency, and address supply chain issues quicker than ever before. Heineken has particularly embraced the internet in their logistical areas, creating the Innovators Brewhouse, which allows people from outside the company to solve problems using the internet. It allows people to access supply chain processes information, marketing information, and distribution and production information. For example, they're currently seeking people to submit ideas for their Packaging for Sharing challenge, which is designed to discover new ways to package and distribute their drinks. Prior to the internet, Heineken would never have been able to tap into outside sources for ideas and innovation, and they would require their own resources and time to produce results. It is clear the internet has had a profound effect on the company Heineken. To measure logistical performance, Heineken became one of the first companies to use the Every Angle dashboard engine for sales and operations management. The engine allows management to answer questions regarding stock level, conformance of schedule to departures, and the carbon footprint they're producing. Heineken inputs its desired KPIs for logistics into the system, and then a balanced scorecard is produced. It allows Heineken to compare preset targets and mix and match the ideas. The results of this implementation were as follows. They improved their data reliability in master data and transaction data. They improved user acceptance and better use of the SAP system. They had a stronger grip on the overall performance of the supply chain, lower stocks, better, faster management information, and improved KPI measurement. Despite all this, there are numerous challenges that are facing the Heineken company. Chief Commercial Officer of the company, Jan-Dirk van Kannebeek, identified these challenges when speaking to CNBC recently. He says, the big issue, is the fact that choice is exploding in beer. So there's a lot of more variety in taste and types of beers than there ever has been before. The second issue that's important is there's a general trend toward a more balanced lifestyle, well-being, and moderating your alcohol intake. And thirdly, and very importantly, is digital. He says you may not think so, but even for beer, digital will change everything. It's a big and important subject matter. So overall, a reduction in the overall consumption in beer is a key challenge identified by the CEO Kannebeek, and diversity is going to be key for Heineken moving forward. The other key challenge is digital growth. The growth of technology is going to increase efficiency and improve supply chains for companies that are able to successfully implement the technology. We've already seen Heineken be at the forefront of technological implementation. However, the company must continue to search for new technologies that can aid in distribution, production, and packaging of its products.